The Radio Wammo Breakfast.
Issues of the day under T-Radar.
All right, plenty of issues to get through. He's joining us in Wellington City today. Hello to you, T-Radar.
Hello. That was sort of all moogie synthy, wasn't it?
Wasn't it?
That's the kind of thing you want to wake up to in the morning. You kind of wake up and think, oh my God, the apocalypse has happened.
You want to wake up to atmosphere every morning. That's what you want. You want to feel like you're in a movie. The movie is your life, and here's the soundtrack.
Right. That is exactly what you want, to set the tone for the day. That's what you do, you know.
Because real life,
day, people wake up to you, and you set the tone for them.
Because real life's boring, right? So why not pretend that you're in a Hollywood flick every day,
right.
or in an independent indie film?
That's right. That's how I get through my day.
Yeah.
The film often varies. You know, mostly sort of banal dramas. You know, bit of slapstick. Not a lot of buff movie in my day.
No, you got to wonder though. What kind of movie Shane Jones thinks he's in, and Chris Carter as well. And,
look, it's been going on for a week. You know, and all of the comments have been made. You know, the worst thing is three in a night at one stage. Poor old Shane Jonesy, which I don't know if that says anything about him or the quality of the movies they have on at on the adult channels at hotels.
That's not doing it for me. Move on.
No, exactly. Clearly not a man who wastes his time looking at the little free previews to go, no, I don't want that.
No.
Oh, God, no. Ugh, human deformities.
But,
nonetheless, demoted, terrible, the ignominy.
The ignominy. God,
Ignominy.
that is the word of the morning, the ignominy.
Put that on a cake.
What is that? Is that another way of saying the shame of it, or what is that? Yes.
Yeah, it is. The shame, the humiliation. Absolutely. Someone that appears to be showing no shame or humiliation, like Chris Carter, you know, is sort of just digging a hole for himself. They're saying now this is the end of his career. He avoided the media yesterday. Obviously, you know, probably very upset. He'd wanted that Foreign Affairs portfolio role. Apparently that was his goal for many, many years, now taken off him. And he's sort of been lashing out and saying, oh, you know, there's people who believe that it's just because I'm gay I'm living this life of luxury. And it's like, yeah, dude, that's not what people are thinking. They're just thinking, there's a guy living a life of luxury off the taxpayer.
Although, okay, when you compare the wrongdoings of these chaps versus, say, the wrongdoings of, a small African country and their leadership, our problems are insignificant, really, compared to other corruption around the world.
Well, look, you know, and in many ways, it's the banality of it. Where's the duck moats? You know, remember the English one came out and someone had a duck house put in and they cleaned a moat and, you know, all of these here. It's just tawdry, a few movies and a bit of room service and, well, you know, various massages and flowers for colleagues and all of those, but nonetheless, all things that shouldn't be put on those cards. And, you know, a lot of it's been paid back and was paid back sort of, you know, I don't know how quickly, but the point is it wasn't supposed to go on there in the first place. So, you know, no real sympathy for them. It's a privilege to serve, they should be thinking, rather than sort of the other way around. Because let's not forget, these jobs, you know, it's quite a rigmarole to get this job. You don't suddenly find yourself in it going, oh, bloody hell, it's, you know, I better rot the system.
Yeah, that's why the sense of entitlement, though, once you get there, because, gosh, it's been such a battle to get there.
That's right. All of these people have affirmed my worthiness, and here I am, continuing along and accepting the largesse that comes with the acclaim of all of the voting public. Trough us all.
Much like those two pilots driving down a runway down south.
Yes, Queenstown, yeah. A couple of pilots, obviously had security passes to the runway late at night, saying, well, what are we going to do? And they took some kind of a car. The newspaper report that I saw didn't mention what kind of car it was or whose it was or why it was any particular vehicle. And they raced it late night down the runway, unbeknownst to them. However, there were some maintenance crews obviously doing a bit of work. They reported them. The pilot's now banned for 2 years. Very Top Gun, though, isn't it? You know, if they had their little pilot uniforms on or their aviator specs pushed up into their hair, Kelly McGuinness in the back.
Yeah, why not? That's a sense of entitlement.
Isn't it? There was one. Yes. Well, it's going on. You know, it's not only this week, the sort of sense of entitlement. It's sort of interesting story of the week as well. You remember, it must have been last year, I think, we discussed the Manurewa Cosmopolitan Club in strife with the Human Rights Commission for not letting in a man with a Sikh turban on. He was, of course, a Sikh. He wasn't just a man in a Sikh turban. Just going, oh, no, I think I'll put this on today. Part of the headgear, you know, they have to wear it all the time when they're out and about. Otherwise, it's essentially being the same as being seen naked without it, sense of sort of shame and humiliation. Just had a vote. 75% of the Manurewa Cosmopolitan Club voted no to any form of headgear being allowed in, so Sikhs, women in hijabs, anything like that, can't make their way into the Manurewa Cosmopolitan Club.
I can't go in there with my top hat?
No, you can't. You'd have to check that at the door.
But you'd think they would allow a top hat, because it's very gentlemanly,
No. See, from what I gathered, there was a rule that would allow military servicemen to take their hats off, so they banned the hats so that servicemen could take their hats off and relax, otherwise they would have had to have worn them, something like that anyway.
God, it's very old-fashioned, isn't it?
Very old-fashioned, and, out there they've made their vote, so I guess, we live in a democracy and we can decide not to frequent their establishment. Not that I have, but I do like a good cosmopolitan club from time to time.
Well, we haven't quite banned the burqa yet, have we?
Well, no, we haven't. We're not quite going down the road of France. They're looking to do that as well. Yes.
They but would we ban if the World Cup was happening here? Would we ban the vuvuzela?
Look, I think we'd probably have a good think about it. It can't be good for the hearing of people in the stadium, the vuvuzela. You
Do you want more?
No. Imagine 5,000 or 10,000 of those in a stadium. Imagine the noise. Imagine the decibel level. Imagine the hearing loss.
You know what
that you would have.
That was at the head of FIFA at the opening. He said, "Please stop blowing your vuvuzela."
Yes, I can understand that, but clearly they haven't. It's sort of a bit of a cultural thing. They're very proud of the vuvuzela. So and you got that off a website, I believe, called.
Go to blowme.co.
You really want to make sure that if you're at work, you're going to get that website address correct.
blowme.co.za.
Yeah, don't try blowme.com or anything else. You may find yourself in strife at work. You could end up in a bit of a Jonesy, a bit of a pickle.
Vuvuzela. I can hardly say it. Vuvuzela.
No.
I don't know if it's right. Vuvuzela. Who knows?
Vuvuzela, something. Yeah. And so, but they said in the stadium, the sound of buzzing flies.
Yeah, pretty unpleasant.
It's a likely sort of African thing. You can imagine sort of a wildebeest carcass with flies buzzing around it, and there it is. But you watching the games?
No. No, I'll probably watch some of the semi-finals heading towards the final. Otherwise, yeah, no.
You're going to watch New Zealand? I think we're playing tonight.
Are we?
11 o'clock or something. I saw a promo.
Too late.
Yeah, it is too late. You've got to get up early and set the tone for people's day.
I can't do that. Exactly. I've got to set
some mood music for people.
I have to set the soundtrack.
You do. If anyone's just woken up to that, I suspect their day is off to a bad start already.
Thanks, T-Radar.
We'll speak again.
We will. T-Radar, they're joining us. It's 22 minutes past 8. Here is Bannerman.